What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jay from Maji and Jay. Today, after exactly 1 week without completing a video, I have decided to bring the review of this amazing Blu Vivo Aero LTE that I purchased from Amazon.com. Now, I would like to also apologize for taking so long to complete a video. The reason is, guys, that right now the post office is in a very busy season, and it usually starts after October 15th. You know that we have Halloween, so a lot of people start sending postcards, some gifts, and so on. So yes, it has been a very hectic time for me, and I do apologize for that. I'll do my best to complete the reviews and also unboxings, which I have a lot of products sitting on my desk right now because of that reason. But don't worry, guys, I'll take some time to get to them. Just be patient with me and don't think that I'm not completing videos because I don't like it. It's because I'm quite busy. So again, here we have the Blu Vivo Aero LTE that I purchased from Amazon. It's a very interesting device. It has a super battery, even though you guys might not think of it. The phone is the thinnest LTE device out there in the market. Now, don't confuse it with the, I think it's the Oppo R5 or the Vivo R5. I can't recall right now, but I think that is the thinnest device in the world, measuring only 4.75 millimeters. However, guys, it is not LTE device here in the USA. This is the only LTE device that it is so thin and that works here in the USA, and this makes it very interesting. As a matter of fact, I do like this device quite a bunch. With that being said, let me go ahead and take you guys around the body of this device. On the front, we have a 4.8 inch. It is a Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. It is IPS OGS and also comes with a Corning Gorilla Glass number 3. On the top, you got a 5 megapixel sensor camera. We also see a notification LED light between the camera and the ear speaker. We got the ear speaker itself and then the proximity and light sensor. Looking towards the bottom, we don't have any sub-touch keys on here. We're just going to have them on the operating system. You can see that we got the back key, the home key, and also the menu key. We do have a metallic frame all the way around the device, and it makes it feel actually quite premium, especially when you guys are grabbing it in the hand, and at the same time very comfortable and light. So yes, we do have here the volume rockers up and down. The power key is going to be located on the right side, which is very convenient, something that I do like on any device out there. On the top, you're going to see the metallic frame once again, and we can see there that it comes with 2 antennas. I believe that one of them is for the Bluetooth and the other one is going to be for the Wi-Fi, if I'm not mistaken. We do see also there the secondary microphone, and on the right side, like I said before, we have the power key together with the Nano SIM tray. Now, this device comes with 2 GB of RAM and also 16 GB of internal storage, which is not upgradable. So if you guys are looking for a lot of memory, then this device may not be for you, even though it is all in one partition. On the back side of the phone, we got here the 8 megapixel Sony sensor. We do see the LED flash, we got the blue logo, and then on the bottom there it says 4G LTE, which is working fine here in the USA, together with the loudspeaker. I did forget to mention that on the bottom we're going to have the 3.5mm headphone jack. We got the main microphone, which is working absolutely great, and then we have here the charging port, which is just the standard micro size. If you guys want to learn more about this product, you can just simply look at the box here, and we're going to have all the information. The CPU is going to be the Snapdragon 410. It is clocked at 1.2 GHz quad-core. Also, the GPU, which is not mentioned on here, is going to be the Adreno 306, which is quite decent for gaming. I didn't see a lot of lag on this device whatsoever. It comes with the operating system, the Android 5.0 Lollipop, which is very smooth. Again, we do have the Corning Gorilla Glass number 3. The thickness of this device is 5.1 millimeters, and also they don't mention how heavy this device is, which is only about 100 grams. Let me go ahead and grab my weight scale so that way you guys can see it. That yes, it is a super light device. I really don't understand how the Chinese, even though this is claimed to be an American product, it is not. This is made by the Chinese, and I really don't understand how they managed to do this device because it is absolutely crazy thin. As a matter of fact, it is very difficult for you guys to actually see it on the camera. On the camera, to me, it looks just like another device, but when you guys see it in real person, it is super thin and light. So right now this is only weighing about 100 grams like I mentioned before. So yes, guys, it's one of the lightest devices that I've seen in quite a long time. I believe that the Gionee eLife that I had, the S5.5, I think it was anywhere between 120 to 125 grams. So yes, this is by far the lightest. Next, I would like to mention that this phone also supports OTG, so if you guys have one of these adapters, you can easily connect it on the bottom. Then you can hook up anything like a keyboard, a mouse, or anything like that. You guys can definitely connect it to it, and it will work just like any other device with OTG capabilities. The only downside of this phone that I haven't seen so far is NFC capabilities, and also doesn't have a lot of cool features like we see now on smartphones. It doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, and it is lacking a lot of things. We don't have an IR blaster. We don't have many features that most I would say flagship devices out there do have. Now, considering the price point $200, I think that they could have made a little better job, at least add a fingerprint scanner and also a better display on it, but that's just my opinion. We do have competitors out there like Doogee F3. We also have the other one, which is the Yumi Hammer S, and devices like that that do compete with them. Now, the only downside of those phones is that they do not support 4G LTE like the Blu Vivo does. With that being said, let me go ahead and get here to the operating system. We can see that yes, it is nothing special, guys. It is a clean version of the Android 5.0. Now, in my case, I just decided to install my own theme, which is Google Now, because it simplifies things a lot. And also, since I use this for work, I need the OK Google, as you guys know. That is included on here with this theme, as you guys can see. If I say OK Google, it will definitely prompt me to it, and it's actually quite accurate, as you guys can see right there. So yes, that's very cool about this theme, and that's why I like it so much. The resolution on the screen, it looks very nice and bright, as you guys can tell, and yes, that is because we do have the Super AMOLED display. The colors are going to be very nice. The operating system, for the most part, is also very smooth, as you guys can tell. This CPU is working quite well, and I was able to install a lot of games without any issues. As a matter of fact, I have their Ospo 8. I do have Able Pool. Now, these are games that really don't require a lot of CPU power, but also, you know, games like I said before, the Ospo 8 and other games do require a lot of CPU power. Now, I'm not a gamer, as you guys noticed, so I really don't play a lot of it. To me, that's not really important. What is important to me is the browser speed, the camera, and also the performance of the operating system. I need something fast because sometimes I grab the device and I need it to be fluent. If you go here into the toggles, we can see that everything supported on here is quite basic. We do have a flashlight, which is okay. I mean, I've seen worse devices out there, but this is not something that is going to turn you blind. I would say that it is just a little bit under the Samsung Galaxy S6, but for the most part, it is a decent flash. Also, we got here the Wi-Fi toggle, we got the Bluetooth toggle. Now, we can notice that this is not the Android 5.1 because we cannot connect to it directly. Now, this company Blu mentioned that there will be a release for the Android, I believe it's Marshmallow, if I'm not mistaken, and it will be updated very soon. Now, going here into settings, we're going to see everything that we got on here, which is very standard. We got the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the data usage. If you go to more, this is just to change the APNs and so on. So this is very standard. Pretty much every Android operating system carries it. We do got home this time, and that's because I decided to install the Google Now launcher, as you guys know, so you can choose between them. If you continue to go down, we got display, where we can select the wallpaper, the brightness, and other cool stuff that we can do on there. But again, guys, this is all very basic, so that's why I'm not getting into it. The storage, which is something that you guys might be interested about, we do have a full partition on there, so yes, it's going to be quite okay to download games. But you can notice after all the games that I've downloaded, I only have about 6 GB available. So if you guys need more storage, you can either get a cloud or just get a different device that offers you more memory. Another great aspect about this Blu Vivo Air LTE device is that the battery is lasting me the entire day without any issues, guys. Even though I haven't used it today much, the standby time is great. I was able to go a little bit over a week without using it very much. It was mostly on standby, and it did survive quite well. Now, when you're using the GPS, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, and you're doing basically heavy usage on it, it will give you definitely a day, and sometimes it gave me a little bit more than a day. Again, guys, I use my devices quite a lot. I do a lot of texting, I do a lot of camera, I do a lot of Wi-Fi and so on, and this device is handling quite well. Now, to be quite honest with you guys, considering how thin this device is, I really don't understand how they managed to do it, because we still have a LCD panel, and we do have the back glass, so the battery must be as thin as just the frame here. So that's very interesting, and considering how lightweight this device is very neat. Now, if you continue to go down here, we do have a power saving mode in case you guys want to use that. Now, this is at last resort, so let's say you guys have about 10%, you can just go to ultra. If you have about 25 to 30%, you can go to advanced, and then if not, then you guys can leave it at normal, because the TPO power is also going to get affected depending on which option you select. The CPU power will be reduced to about 35% if you do advanced, and it will be reduced to about 60% if you go on ultra mode. So just keep that in mind. On apps, you're going to find all the RAM available. Of course, this company has no means to lie to you guys, so the RAM is going to be very accurate. It is about 1.4 gigabytes available, as you guys can notice on there. The multitasking is great. I didn't have any issues, changing between games or changing between tasks. It's very, very nice, and it was very smooth. Now, there are times when the CPU heats up a little bit. Let's say you're doing a lot of gaming, and then all of a sudden you start doing some multitasking. It does lag a little bit. If that happens, just go ahead and kill your task, kill everything that you have on the background, and it should get a little bit smoother. I just want to give you guys the heads up on that. The next option we have is users. On users, you can of course block all the applications or things that you want guests to see and not see on your device. So this is something that was brought first by the LG company, and now it's been introduced on every single device that I've seen so far. And I think it's actually quite brilliant. Sometimes we lend our devices and you don't want them to see your private stuff. Sometimes you have photos on there, you may have emails, whatever the case may be, you can block it by using guest mode. Very, very cool. Of course, we got location, security, accounts. This is all standard, and this device is going to support multiple languages as well. As you guys can see here, it's more than just English and Spanish. It does support about 35 of them. Usually on Chinese devices, it does support about 45 or so, but this one has a little bit less. But we do have, I would say, the main languages that people speak here in the USA or any country out there. So this doesn't matter, guys, if you're getting it here for the USA or any other country. It's going to have the universal LTE bands for any country that you use it for. Now, of course, I would recommend that if you guys want to buy this, just check with your carrier first and make sure that it will work with LTE. But yes, this is pretty much a universal device, and we happen to be very lucky and get LTE support, which is something that I always look forward to. So going back here, let's go into about device. Here we're going to find the operating system, and right now we're running on the 5.0.2 Lollipop. Let's go ahead and confirm that by clicking on it. And there we can see it, guys. Yes, it is the Android Lollipop. And again, this company, Blu Vivo, doesn't have any means to lie to you guys. This is all very, very accurate. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and check here some of the benchmarks that I got with this device, including Antutu benchmark. I got a score, I think it was about 22,000, but I'm not certain right now. It was a little while since I completed it, and it did delete it as of right now. So if we go here into history, we should see there that yes, it was 22,093, which is quite common on this CPU. This CPU is about 3 years old, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it's doing okay. It's nothing to really say wow, but again, guys, considering how thin this device is and how efficient it is, I think it's okay. Also, if we go here to information, we're going to see that yes, it is made by Blu, the model Blu Vivo Air LTE, which is very long. We got the operating system, we have the processor, so nothing has been faked whatsoever. This is a very legit device when it comes to the specifications. We can even see there the Adreno 306. I believe I just passed the RAM and all that information, but I'm just going here with you guys and scrolling down so that way you can see it. So let me go back here once, and there we go. And now what I want to show you is all the sensors that we got supported, and for that we normally use this application called Android Sensor Box. I should have it somewhere around here, and here it is. As usual, we got to go back once, and the only sensors not supported on this tiny device is the temperature sensor, we have the gyroscope, and also the pressure sensor. The Bluetooth on the Blu Vivo Air, which is the 4.0, is working just fine. As a matter of fact, we're going to be connecting it here with my Beats Pill XL that I got, and pretty soon, guys, I'll be getting my new speaker. As a matter of fact, I have it right now, but I'm going to keep it a secret because I want to do the full unboxing and also the review. So right now, I believe it's in pairing mode, so all we have to do is just go here directly into the Bluetooth settings. I believe it is recorded on here because I have connected with it before, so let me see if I can actually find that out for you guys. Let's go here into Bluetooth settings. I'm looking this through the camera, so I do apologize if I get confused. There we see it, guys, the Beats Pill XL, and it should be connecting anytime now. It does read it like any other device out there. It's within, I would say, 10 to 15 seconds, and then it takes another 5 seconds to connect, and that's about it. So there we go.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
So now for copyright purposes, let's go here directly into sound and notifications. Let's go into volume. Let's put it at max. Let's put everything at max. So there we go. So there we have it for the Bluetooth test, and now of course we're going to test the speaker on the device itself. Now instead of doing it with these I would say cheesy ringtones, let me just go ahead and take you here directly into YouTube, we're going to be playing one of my videos instead. I know that a lot of you guys don't want to see this either. You would prefer music or something like that. But again, guys, for copyright purposes, I cannot. So right now I am disconnected from the Bluetooth. Let me go ahead and play this video and let me know what you think about it. So there we heard the loudspeaker on the Blu Vivo, and I think that if you guys ask me, it's definitely great. It's quite loud. Now the only thing that it is lacking right now at the moment is bass. Now we really can't expect much from this little tiny speaker, guys. According to the thinness of this device, I think they already made such a great job with this device that I have no complaints whatsoever. Another great aspect about the Blu Vivo Air LTE is going to be the GPS. On the road, it was working perfectly well. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. You don't need to do any customizations or anything crazy in order to get it working. It comes like this right out of the box. So here, as always, let me go ahead and show you guys the GPS test, and we're going to notice how fast it's going to lock a signal. Right now we have 27 satellites in view. That's absolutely insane. Now, of course, inside of the house, it always takes a little bit longer, especially on this side of the house where I'm completing the review. There is a lot of, I would say, drywall and a lot of insulation. So some devices do better than others, but this one right now is attempting to lock a signal. Actually, it did already. It has 4 satellites in use. But now when you get outside, it's going to get much better and, of course, accurate as well. So here we go. It has locked the signal. Right now we have about 20 feet of accuracy, and it starts improving on and on as we wait. But of course, I don't want you guys to be waiting forever, but trust me guys, the GPS works absolutely great. I didn't have an issue. Also, it comes with all the main Google applications that we need. If you go here into Google, it comes already with YouTube, the Gmail, it comes with Hangouts, Maps, and so on. It comes with the Google Play. The Google Play is working fine. And of course, on Wi-Fi, it's going to be quite neat, as you guys can tell right here. So yes, everything is working great. I didn't have an issue downloading applications, and that's definitely great. Now, something I did forget to mention about the display on this device is that it is a 10-point multi-touch screen, something that we don't see every single day. And I believe I mentioned earlier that it was a 5-point. I do apologize for that, but no, this is a 10-point multi-touch screen. Let me show you that here right now. So there we can see that we have 5 fingers, but I can also add a number 7, a number 8, and so on, because again guys, it is a 10-point and not a 5-point. This is great for certain people playing certain games. This is definitely a plus. The next thing we're going to talk about here is going to be the network. Like I mentioned earlier, it is an LTE device, so let me go ahead and get this connected here from the Wi-Fi. As a matter of fact, let's do this time. Let me go ahead and complete a speed test with the Wi-Fi so that way you guys have an idea of how fast it is. So before we go here, let me just kill all the tasks that I have on the background. That way nothing is running on the network. As we can tell right here, I was multitasking quite a bunch. So let's go back here to the application and speed test. And now it's going to read the network anytime. So this is with Wi-Fi alone. And if you guys like this kind of test, I usually don't do it because we know Wi-Fi works well. But if you guys like this test, then I can complete it on every single review, and also any suggestions that you guys may have, I am here to listen and take it into consideration. So there we go. The Wi-Fi speed right now is about 49 megabits of download, which is okay. This is happening with my new router, which is a 5 gigahertz router. It's much better than the previous one I had. So that's the result we get. So with that being said, now we're going to talk about the camera. Like I mentioned before, we have a 5 megapixel sensor camera on the front, which I think is absolutely amazing. You're able to record in 1080p. And also in the back, we have an 8 megapixel Sony sensor, which is okay, I would say, for recording in pictures. So let's go ahead and check it out and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so here we have the 8 megapixel sensor camera test of the Blu Vivo. And you can see guys that for an 8 megapixel sensor, it's really not that bad. The focus is pretty good and it does it by itself. Of course, it comes with autofocus. But sometimes, like on many devices out there, you do get a better result when you tap on the screen. This is also the microphone test. You guys need to tell me what you think about this product. Remember guys that this is the thinnest LTE device in the world. And they were able to implement all this great technology into it without hurting the performance of the device, which I think is very, very cool. Right now it's currently recording in 1080p, 30 frames per second. Now let's test the front-facing camera. And now we are recording with the 5 megapixel sensor camera of the Blu Vivo, and you guys can tell that it is in full screen, and according to the settings I am able to record in 1080p 30 frames per second. This is something that we don't see every day on these type of cameras. Normally it's about 480p and it doesn't go in full screen. So I think that Vivo did a great job with the front facing camera, not to mention that the selfie quality is also going to be great, also known as picture quality. Recording is fine. I mean, this is only used for videos that are not very important. I wouldn't suggest using this as your primary camera. For that, I would just suggest the 8 megapixel rear facing camera. Alrighty, and there we saw the camera testing. Now of course we're going to open the application itself. Now this is another standard theme. As you guys can notice right here, we just have HDR mode. We can just flip it. We have beauty face and also autofocus on there. Nothing too crazy in this camera, but I think that the picture quality and the video quality is great, especially on the front facing camera. Again guys, we're able to see full screen on here and also 1080p quality. And if you ask me, I think the 5 megapixel sensor camera is working outstanding. So here, let me show you some of the pictures that I've taken on here. Some of them were just playing around, but of course all these pictures have been provided down below so where you guys can check them out and tell me what you think about them. I think the camera is actually quite neat, considering that it is only an 8 megapixel sensor camera. We can see that the details, the focus is quite okay. I would say that the color reproduction needs a little bit more work, and also it is the white balance is not there, so things are going to look a little bit too white, as you can see here from the grass and so on. But no camera out there is perfect, guys. Every camera will have some issues, as we know already. So I think this one is performing quite well considering the price of the phone, and that again is only 8 megapixels. Also we got on here, let me see if I'm doing this correctly. Sometimes when you guys want to access the back key, the home key and the menu key, you need to swipe down from the top and then it will appear. Sometimes you can just touch the screen and they will come on the bottom. So let me go here back to home. The next thing we're going to complete here is a phone call test. As you guys know, I'm using Cricket, which is a AT&T company. Let me kill all the tabs real quick so that way we can do this accurately. So we're going to be dialing 611. Right now it's currently connecting. If I go up here, this is the ear speaker quality. Let me get near the microphone.
And is basic, which expires November 23rd.
So there we have it for the ear speaker quality. Now let me go ahead and turn on the loudspeaker.
Autopay, press 1. To buy add-ons like data, international dialing, or mobile hotspot, 2. For voicemail tips and resetting your
Phone calls are very nice and clear.
For warranty and insurance claims for your device, 4. So what'll it be?
And there we heard the ear speaker quality on the Blu Vivo. I think it's absolutely outstanding. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. It doesn't sound scratchy. It doesn't sound blown. And a lot of that is because they are controlling the volume in it. Some of the Chinese devices just don't have that limitation, and then you end up blowing your speaker. But in this particular model, it's actually quite decent, and also the loudspeaker is nice and clear. The phone calls go through very fast. I didn't have any cutoffs or any problems with this device, so when it comes to network, it's quite okay. That I forgot to show you guys was the browser connectivity with the LTE network here. So let me go ahead and open it for you guys, because a lot of you don't care of what the speed test is or whatever the case may be. You want to know if it's going to be fast enough for you. So here, let me go ahead and open, let's say Amazon.com, which I haven't tested yet. And we know that Amazon, eBay, all those websites do require significant amount of data in order to work fluent. So there we have it for Amazon. I think it was almost instant. Let me try another one, which is ebay.com. Let me see how fast that is going to work. So here we have eBay, guys. Again, very fast and smooth. Let's try a Chinese website. They say dhk.com. I would say that this device is slightly faster than Chinese devices that I tested before. So there we have it. The browser is absolutely outstanding, guys. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. With that being said about the Blu Vivo Aero LTE, I'm ready to give you guys my conclusion about this product. If you're looking for something lightweight, something that you can use with one hand, something that really doesn't feel in the pocket, then this might be for you. If you're looking for a device that performs well, that has a huge battery, that has a great camera, a fingerprint scanner, NFC, IR blaster, you name it, then this might not be for you. So it all depends on what you guys are looking for. I think that for someone that again is looking to just do basic things on their devices like phone calls and browsing and so on, it does support LTE here in the USA. I think it's definitely recommended by me. It is a very nice and smooth device for the most part, and also the camera does perform quite well. It is not going to be comparable to the Samsung Galaxy S6 or anything like that, but yes guys, it is quite competitive considering what we got out there on other phones about the same price. In the comment section below, I want you guys to tell me what you think about this product. Also, if you have any questions, please let me know. Like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.